Hello and welcome to Smitty's. I am a wood cutting fanatic who loves to run a chainsaw. I run alcohol chainsaws, ported chainsaws, I race chainsaws, and I even run the occasional vintage. Now remember, I cannot do this without you. You're everything to the channel, so please remember, subscribe, give that thumbs up, leave that comment. Today, we are going to have a lot of fun. How you doing? Hey, I literally just got back from Sawfest, and I thought, you know what? Let's take these guys for a little ride here and kind of show the spoils of my adventure, I guess you can say. I'm a little tired, so, you know, it's been a long several days. I think it's been 4 days that I've been going, and, you know, I've been busy the entire time I've been going. I'm ready for bed. Now, first up for business here is this trailer. This was part of the reason I went up to Briscoe's house. Many of you noticed that I made the trip up to Charlie Briscoe's, and this is one of the reasons here. I went up basically to hang out, you know, run some saws, have some fun, but this was another excuse to get up there. Charlie gave me all this. What this is like kind of like a Celotex. It's basically foam is what it is, and it's 4x8 sheets of foam, and they use it for like insulating and so forth. And he had it all there. It's just been sitting in his yard, getting moss growing on it from, you know, sitting under the air conditioner and everything. But it's just been sitting there, and he said if I wanted, I could have it. And I really need some of this because I want to get the shop closed in, heated and everything. And this will be great for the ceiling. See, the whole ceiling is open, you know, all the way up to the metal roof. And this will get that whole ceiling sealed off, nice and airtight, so that, you know, I can get some heat established into the shop. It's one of those projects that I was supposed to be doing right now, but, you know, the fire at the house kind of delayed things a bit. So it might be after Thanksgiving. It's probably going to be me doing this in the middle of winter, you watch. You know, I'm actually working on the drywall work at the house right now, doing all the finishing work. We'll see how long that takes. And then once the house is buttoned up and everything, then I'll get out here to the shop and start working on this. But I still got a lot. That whole yard on that side, all the debris is still sitting out there. It needs cleaned up. You know, there's still several days of work to be done, and I didn't do anything this weekend because I went to Sawfest. You know, I needed a break. I needed to get away and just have some fun for once, you know what I mean? But let me show you the spoils of Sawfest, some of the things I brought home, and it turned out better than I thought. I did much better than I thought. I did not expect the place as well as I did, but it happened. So, hey, you know what I mean? Let's go check it out. The bed of my truck's sitting here. I got you up on the tripod. This is the bed of the truck. So I'll just kind of, you'll see here, the bed of my truck has also doubled as a trash can over the past couple of days. So, you know, let me show you what we got here. I picked up some chain while I was there, a 20-inch and a 24-inch. You know, the dealer was sitting right there selling it, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to pick up one of each. Chain is one of those things you always need, you know what I mean? I did bring back a souvenir. This is one of the cookies that I cut off. This would be the first cookie on my 55cc and under class. So, you know, just in case you're ever wondering about how big the wood is on that class, this is about it. This one is aspen, it looks like, so it will crack. It'll definitely crack and split or something, but I brought back a souvenir, you know what I mean? Now the gentleman up there, they put together a little relief fund for me, and they took a donation, and I can't thank enough to all the people who donated. I appreciate it a lot. Kind of tried to give a little speech up there, but I couldn't. But I'll just say, you know, I just want to say thank you for anybody who was there and donated. I appreciate it a lot. There's all sorts of this type of stuff that was tossed out and handed to us. It's all scattered through my bed of my truck. These are some koozies, you know. It was all day long, just different things. Now, Bodie left a little surprise at my truck. This looks like a C83 chain, and it has been cut on, but it looks relatively new, like not many cuts off of it. So he gave me a C83 to try out. I think he wants me to try it out and compare it to one of mine. See, I been doing these sharpening videos, but some of the chain I've never compared it to, you know, anything else. So he gave me a C83, and I think it's so we can compare it to some of I think it's so we can compare some of my chain against a C83. But I gave him one of my grinds, so he can play with it and see how it compares. Different species of woods really can, you know, change how a chain will perform. You know, it might perform well in one wood and suck in another. So, you know, why not? I've never tested the chain I gave him. Never did any time cuts with it or anything. I just said, here, you know. I've never tried that grind out and compared it or anything. Never done any time cuts on it. I just said, here you go. Have fun with it. It's just, you know, a grind that I did. You can go ahead and play with it. But Bodie also gave me some tools here for making chain. So I'm going to need this because I plan on doing some more chain work, and I'm going to have to start buying it by the roll in order to get the longer bars and get those things tested. So I will definitely need these tools. So thank you, Bodie. I also managed to locate two roller nose bars. I'm a fan of these roller nose, and they work. They're pretty cool. One appears to be about a 20 and the other one appears to be about an 18. And, you know, they're pretty cool bars. They are a larger gauge, probably 63 gauge, but, you know, they're still cool bars. And, you know, I managed to pick them up. This was a surprise. I didn't know I won this. It is a, what is it? It's a towel of some sort. I guess one of those cool cooling towels that you make them wet and they help keep you cool. Won that in a raffle. Got myself a couple of Neotech hats. Isn't that sweet? They were handing these out. They were free. They were just handing them out to anybody who wanted one. But here comes the cool stuff. You've been probably seeing those 3 boxes. I want to show you what they are. This is a 36-inch chainsaw mill. It was the 6th place prize that Sean Carr won in the Clone Wars. And we were all standing there. I was like, hey, if any of you guys don't want to get rid of one of your chainsaw mills, let me know. I actually need one. He turned around and handed it to me. He's like, dude, I already got one. I even got a bandsaw mill. So here, you can just have it. So thanks, Sean. I'll definitely put this to use. But what's kind of funny, you see there's another box there just like it, huh? So this one is a 24-inch chainsaw mill. I won this in the raffle. You know, I bought 5 tickets in the raffle, you know. And out of the 5 tickets, I won this. And I won that towel thingy. So, you know, out of 5 tickets to have 2 of them pulled was pretty odd. But hey, you know what I mean? I got 2 chainsaw mills out of the deal. Now this other box here, this was my prize because I took 5th place in the Clone Wars. This was my prize. This is the Neotech 381 chainsaw repair kit. So basically there's a complete chainsaw in here in pieces. They're the 381. And, you know, I won a whole saw, but it's in pieces. It's the whole thing, but it is a chainsaw repair kit, so it would be completely tore apart in pieces for me to assemble. I won this by taking the 5th place, and you see how they had it marked 5th. So it's pretty sweet, huh? Some of the spoils of victory. And I did manage to bring one other thing home. A viewer from the channel handed me a saw. It is a Johnson Red 670 Super. It has a different top end on it. I forget what he said. I'm not familiar with these. It's one of the 2 series, and it has that top end on it, but it has a different top end on it, and it does run. So, you know, I think I'm gonna have some fun with this saw and do some stuff with it. It's missing the air filter cover, but I don't think that'll matter because I can just put a stack filter on it, you know? Try to build it a little hotter and put a stack filter on it. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, got a running Johnson Red 670 Super. The first running Johnson Red in my collection. I just want to mention one thing here. Now, during Sawfest or whatever, or before the activity started, we all have like a test and tune time period, and we took the opportunity to kind of pass our saws around a little bit. And I passed around 2 of my saws. I passed around the 036 and the Bellhopper 372. The 036 did all right. My mistake was that I did not take extra chain with me, and I didn't realize it until later. I got it on video at the chain actually made contact with the ground. It did slow it down a little bit, not a whole lot. So whenever I made my cuts, I just wrenched on it extra hard. You know what I mean? And I still managed to take, what was it, 6th or 8th or something like that? I think it was 8th place. I still managed to get 8th with the 036, and I actually got it on video. 2 people let the tip of the bar touch the ground. I know it didn't dull it a whole lot, but it did, you know, just a tiny nibble, and it was just enough, you know what I mean? But I still managed to place with it. So that's pretty exciting, you know what I mean? But the 372, the Bellhopper 372, Bodie even said it. He's like, dude, this saw never ran like this on video. What the heck? And he kind of said it a little more enthusiastically than that, I guess. You know, Bodie. He was surprised. But that's just because I tune fat. I always keep my saws tuned rich. So, you know, it's just something I do. I want to be able to grab that saw, take it out, and just run tank after tank of firewood out of it. I don't lead them out just to make a cool video, you know what I mean? I want to keep them as a good, reliable saw, and it means I have to keep them tuned to be a good, reliable saw. So I did not lean that saw out until the day, or actually the day before I left for the event. I leaned this saw out and got it tuned up. So she was pulling a lot more RPM than what you would typically see it on video. And I think it surprised a lot of people how well I placed with that saw. You know, between that saw and the Briscoe saw, I managed to take 5th in the Clone Wars. So those 2 clones helped me get 5th place in Clone Wars. So, you know, we did pretty good, didn't we? Now, I just want to be clear about something, though. A lot of people think whenever you say you took 5th, they think you're the 5th fastest one. That's not always true. Sometimes you win because the person faster than you might have cut out or disqualified themselves in some way. You know, there's a lot of factors in play other than being the fastest saw. So, you know, if you look at the timesheets, you'll see all over it where there's blanks. That's because that person did not race in that race. And then you'll see where it says DQ, and that means they disqualified. So there's other factors at play that determine whether or not you place or whatever. Now, I learned how they score, so I think I'm going to kind of do a video and show you guys how they actually score these events. I finally learned how they do it, and it's going to kind of change the way I approach these events in the future. And I actually learned all the details on how they do it. So it'll be kind of interesting to see, you know, what kind of influence will this have in our future decisions on how we want to build things, you know what I mean? But anyway, just a quick little video for you. I thought I'd just pop in and say, you know, hey, I won some stuff, pretty cool stuff. And, you know, I thank you guys for coming along to watch the videos. And I thank the guys at Sawfest for having me. And hey, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.